Hi, I'm Kate.
And I'm Bailey.
And these are our book boyfriends. Hello. Thank you for today's... Whoa. Thank you for... What? I never say thank you at the beginning of an episode. Where did that come from?
You're ready to be done.
I think I was like... Thanks for joining. Bye! So sorry. I think I was just excited introducing today's topic because Joe has actually prepared Bailey and I some questions.
I have. It is the Joe Takeover. We're going to talk sports.
What the fuck? Oh my god!
Music.
You won't hear from Caitlin at all.
No, I'm kidding. I put together a list of some questions to ask you, just this general discussion questions. Some might be quick answered, but they're meant to provoke somewhat of a discussion.
Okay.
I have a couple different categories. The first being reading adjacent type stuff, reading habits. And then I have a book tag style questions, which most of those kind of came from either a video that I looked up, questions about books or whatever. Then I have some hot takes. And then finally, some romance questions.
Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm so excited for this because Joe prepared, and I think I've talked about this before, on Bailey's 29th birthday. It was honestly the best birthday party I've ever attended, ever. It was so much fun. One, it was 29, so it's just like an iconic birthday to begin with. But Joe prepared this like trivia. It was Bailey trivia. Oh my gosh. It was...
I'm so salty about that.
Why? Because of the song you didn't get?
That.
And the song I didn't get?
That. And I didn't win.
And you didn't win. Yeah. You didn't win your own trivia.
It was definitely set up for you to win.
And I lost.
Wait, Aaron won. Yeah. My boyfriend won. You know what? That just shows you how much I talk about and love you. Because if
you
my
got the last fucking
win,
question.
And he listens to all the same music. So it just... Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, yeah. But it was literally the most iconic game I've ever played.
I have the PowerPoint saved somewhere. I need to...
It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun put together. Okay. You guys ready for the first question?
Yes.
Okay. So this one, again, it's going to start with like just the general reading ones. So, are you a mood setter or do you just give me a book, I don't care about the setting? So, do you like to set your space before you start reading, or can you just whip out a book in the middle of nowhere and start reading?
I feel like
I can do both.
Yeah, but I feel like you are more of like a mood.
Yeah, I prefer that.
Yeah.
I prefer sitting here, specifically right here. I turn on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I set ambiance. And it has to have like some sound. I can't sit in silence. I think it's my problem.
Same.
At any point in time, I can't sit in silence, actually. So I turn that on, and it'll either be like rain or like jazz, classical music, or birds chirping. Like literally, I just need some sort of sound.
Or campfire.
Or a fire, yeah. Just something. I try to do it.
My YouTube Premium recommended is full of these videos.
Because I put them on because no ads. So
you have to. Yeah.
Or like when I was reading Project Hail Mary, I did like a space themed one.
Fun.
And so I do try to tailor it in a way. With a lot of like popular books like Fourth Wing, there's like Fourth Wing ambiance videos, Hunger Games.
Yeah.
There's like stuff like
Hogwarts has like different corridors. Like you can be like in Gryffindor's like study area and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll put fantasy ambiance if I'm reading a fantasy.
Yeah.
If it's spooky, I'll do like gothic mansion.
Oh yeah, so she's a mood setter.
Yeah, it's 100%. A preference, but I can whip out my book at work and read. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be as productive by any means because people are chatting around me.
Yeah, I feel like I can read anywhere. Mm-hmm. I always have a book with me because if the opportunity presents itself, I'm going to at least try to take it. I feel like I try to be very intentional about not being on my phone, especially out in public, but I feel a little insecure sometimes reading because I'm like, people think I'm performative. I'm not. I'm genuinely reading, but I feel like we're in a sphere right now where everyone thinks everyone is performing.
Really?
Really. It's something that at least I've noticed.
No, it's for sure a thing. Especially for males that read in public, it's like a whole thing that they're.
It definitely depends on what the fuck they're reading.
Yeah. So
If I saw Joe across the coffee shop whipping out Bride, that'd be crazy.
But that's something that could have happened.
You read it on the plane.
I did.
so that's not performative.
No,
Because,
but I'm sure.
But if you when you read The Republic, if you read that out in public, people would literally be like, "Oh, he's performative right now." Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I can read anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty good about if something's on, I can tune it out. Like if Aaron and I are in bed and I'm reading and he's like scrolling on his phone, I hate that. And I think it's like the abrupt change in audio. But if he's watching anime or something, like, no, I can totally chill.
I feel for Bailey, like when we're in bed, I don't think I play anything. Usually I either fall asleep or I read with her. But it just depends.
If you are on your phone, you put headphones in or on.
Mm-hmm. But
which is nice.
Because I get distracted by noise. Like it would be really hard for somebody to like be doing something next to me.
Really? So like even reading like the way Bailey does, is that hard?
No.
No.
I like
specific
music and stuff in the background.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have lyrics. If it has lyrics, then I can't focus.
Same. That's such a thing. It's like your brain just wants to, I don't know, tune in.
Yeah.
Especially if you know it, you're going to sing.
Yeah.
Personally.
Can't listen to Taylor Swift.
No.
Okay, next question. This is a very broad question,
okay,
but I'm interested in your guys' responses. So why do you read?
I don't know.
I mean, I think... Wow. Why do I read?
I've been doing it. Well, obviously, we've all been doing it probably since we were young. It was just something you had to do for a long time. And I stopped for a while. I don't know what made me, like, pick it back up again. I think it was Harry Potter, though.
Yeah, I always had readers around. Like, my parents are both really big readers. We've always had, like, fantasy. Actually, the books that got me into it were Twilight.
Actually, I was going to say, when I said that, I was like, maybe I read Twilight first.
Yeah, Twilight either came out or was just, like, popular by the time I was, like, in middle school.
Yeah, that's when I read it, middle school.
Yeah, and so I read it, I guess because
my mom told me to read it.
My mom read them, too. And
Mom's like, you should read this. And I'm like, okay.
I read all of them pretty quickly too, and then I was impressed with myself with how quickly I read through them, and I was like, oh, okay, like,
after that,
I can do that. Yeah, so maybe it was like intimidation when you were younger a bit, because I wasn't really a reader until probably late middle school.
I struggled a lot when I was young. Like my mom said, I would like sit. I had to be in a completely silent room, and I would read out loud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I had a really hard time focusing on it. So that's how I had to read for like AR and shit.
Yeah.
And then once when AR didn't exist anymore, I took a break until my mom was like, you should read this. And I read a lot of vampire shit for a minute there. A lot.
Yeah.
There's a series called
phase.
Vampire Kisses, Vampire Academy.
Yeah.
Of course, obviously Twilight. I never dabbled with Vampire Diaries, shockingly.
Yeah,
Shockingly. Of course, I went through the Hunger Games, Divergent.
Oh, yeah.
Dystopian bullshit.
Yeah, that was like
Who didn't?
the canon event, I feel like.
It's coming back, baby.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I think I read because life is boring. You know, and there's a little bit of like, you get to live other lives in reading.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always read myself as like, I'm the main character. You know, like, especially
As
if
if
it's
this were-
first person point of view, like, that's me. No matter what the
That's
bitch
me.
look like, it's me, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess just because life's boring.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's fun.
It is fun.
It's nostalgic.
I feel like you learn a lot, not just like about like the topic, but what you are interested in, what you would potentially be interested in. I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of benefit to reading. It's not just the statistics behind the development of your brain or whatever. Like, there's just fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like reading sad things and crying.
Yeah, sometimes
I
there's
like
a time
feeling
for
emotion.
it. Yeah.
I'm needing a good book to make me cry.
Oh, are you
Let
due
me
for
know.
one? I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm so okay.
I need one.
Really?
I read one recently and everyone on the internet cried, and I was like, yes. I didn't cry.
No.
I know.
That's the worst.
I know. I really wanted to cry.
Okay, you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your slump buster? That can be either a book genre that you can always go back to, an action that you can do to get yourself excited about another book, or any other advice.
I feel like romance is a pretty good slump buster for me. I think it's because it doesn't take a lot of brain power to read a romance. So if I'm like really fantasied out, I can almost always whip out a romance if I really want to.
I feel like I have to do a reread of some sort. It's like I was in a pretty bad one once, and I reread Verity, which is a thriller, and that helped.
Yeah, that's also like your home base of genre, I feel like.
My OG. I haven't read them in a bit. I read some earlier this year, but I couldn't tell you the last thriller I read.
I wish I had like what was that? I wish I had like a ritual that would help shake things up and be like, okay, it's time to read. Honestly, maybe I should build one, because that'd be nice. Because there's times all the time that I like want to read, but then I sit down and I'm like, ugh. This is not the time, you know?
I feel that.
I feel like I should build myself a cute little ritual. Like, okay, brain. Like toddlers and routines. Need to build a ritual.
Next
I think
question.
I would go back to the favorites if I was in one right now. And just read that again.
Next question. Okay.
Take
We're going to get nitty gritty here.
Oh, no.
How much time do you estimate that you spend reading every week? This could be an average too, because, obviously weeks change.
I'd say
I
at
don't know.
least 4 hours a week. I'm either reading or listening to a book.
Probably too long.
That's a good answer, though. Like, I wish mine was more.
Oh. My Fable, I wish I could see it, but I'm sure it could. It told me, the last time I looked, it said on average I read 2 books a week. So Joe went, ooh.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
a loser, so let's move on.
I'm lucky to get 2 books a month. Wowzers. I gotta up my game.
So I don't know.
A lot.
Yeah.
That's great.
I do listen a lot more than I like physically read,
Yeah.
obviously, I think, but I can tell you that 2 books.
Yeah, and I feel like you have a lot of opportunity to sit and read, too. Like, when you are home, most of the time Joe's not home.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's nice.
Or asleep.
Or sleep.
Yeah, you're awake in the middle of the night, so there's not much else to do.
There's a lot I could do. Watch TV.
You do that too.
Yep. But yeah, 2 books is what I can give you. I think a couple weeks ago it was like 1.8. But the last time I looked it said 2. So, yeah. Too much is my answer.
Okay. Next question.
Now that I've shamed you.
Yep. Now that we're
Always.
shants. Yep. So this is a theoretical question.
Okay.
You're stranded on a desert island, surrounded by a couple other people that are also stranded. Could you recite your favorite book to the people stranded there for entertainment without a mistake?
Fuck no.
No, but I could for a movie.
I was about to say, she's the man? Sign me the fuck up.
If it was, so book, no. But scene by scene of my favorite movie, hands down, I could do that. I can give you what song plays in each scene, too.
I can sing it for you. Or she's the man. You want to know the first song? I got you. I got you on my mind. They're playing soccer on the beach. So I could do it for she's the man, but that's about it.
Yeah, I
I could give you, Joe. You know that was a dumbass question because you sit here and watch us try to explain books to the public after Caitlin has just shut the book, and we can't even do that. Okay.
I finished this book today.
I knew it.
Okay, the follow-up to this, though, is would you change it? Would you change your favorite story to fit whatever you wanted it to be? Or
No.
In that moment?
yeah, or just reciting it, you know.
Probably not on purpose.
Not
I might
with
change
intention.
it on accident,
Yeah.
but no, not on purpose. You good?
I also was thinking, Joe, you know damn well I could not.
That was a dumbass question.
I'll say a book is my favorite book, and they'll be like, oh, what did you think of this character? I'll be like, who?
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. We can move on from that. So, next set of questions are kind of book tag style questions. So, you might have to think a little bit harder about what book. The first one is... Well, we kind of answered this already, but it kind of fits in with what we were talking about. Have you always loved reading?
No. I would say if I was forced to read a book, I wouldn't. There's a lot of high school books that, like, I just didn't read. I did when I was an adult, because there was probably a reason why I was told to read the book. But, no.
I feel like I always have memory. Like, as far back as I can go, I have memories of reading. Like, I read Junie B. Jones. Like, I had to be super young reading that.
Yeah.
Magic Tree House. I do, but like I said, I do feel like there was a gap in it where I was burnt out. But I don't feel like it was terribly long.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2 years.
Yeah, I think my biggest gap was probably after high school, and then COVID happened. And then that's when I picked it back up, like...
I didn't read a whole lot in college. I read some.
I did.
If there were breaks.
Yeah.
Like when I was at my community college I was at, I don't remember reading a whole lot. But I was always reading. Ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you an annotator or not? And then what's your opinion on writing physically in the book?
I've tried.
I cannot.
I can't. Like, I've tried annotating for, like, the podcast. And it doesn't matter because I never go back and look at it anyway. So, like, in the moment, it may be a little bit more fun being like, eek! Because it's pretty much all that my annotations are.
Deadass.
You know? Is like...
Mine's heart, 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 heart.
Yeah. Or, like, exclamation mark. Like, that's pretty much all that it is. But, no, I admire those who can. Because I think, especially, like, in the content creation community, it can be extremely aesthetic. But I also think it's a little bit performative. Like, they're not actually annotating, right? They're trying to think of, like, what the next cute grid post is going to be. So people who genuinely annotate their books, like, they must just be geniuses.
What you writing?
Huh?
What are they writing?
Yeah, like, are you, like, is it like a diary of sorts? Like, you're writing your response thought process to it?
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense. But no, maybe my reading's just too simple.
I have those, I think I've shown them, but like the clear Post-its to write on. I cannot write in a book. It brings me pain.
Yeah, I've written like
Physical pain.
2 of mine in
Pencil though.
pencil. Yeah.
So you could erase it
if I
theoretically.
needed to, yeah.
And obviously, I don't write in it because, like, I never know if I'm ever going to give that book away. And I guess some people like acquiring books that are written in.
Yeah.
I don't.
See, that was a thing I saw. Is like I saw a short one time of like a book collector, and he was talking about how it's nice to have people that annotate books because you can look at like a classic from 100 years ago that somebody owned and see their thoughts about like what they were reading.
An intellectual reader.
Mm-hmm.
We're for vibes.
That is not. Yeah.
We're a vibes only pod,
Yeah.
personally.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. I don't annotate either. I don't like it.
I feel like it takes some of the, I don't know. Because then you have to like kind of pause, think, and then like you're writing it. So you want it to be eloquent, right? If you're actually annotating. Like I said, mine are just eek. Oh my God.
Eek.
Fucking knew it. Stuff like that.
I would like to get a book, like maybe a used copy of something I love, like a book I've read several times, and go back and annotate it after, maybe. I don't know. But I don't know what I would write.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to do a book you're reading through the first time.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to do something that you go back and then you're like, oh, this plays a part later, and kind of like catching those signs and annotating it that way. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think the only time I truly successfully annotated a book was a very, very dense book that I had to read for one of my Renaissance history classes. And it was like necessary because I would think of something that I would want to put in my paper. And so I would have to write it down in that moment. But it still wasn't even really annotating. It was just kind of just like notes for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going along with the annotating part, what are your thoughts on modifying books that you own? So, like, you know, the stamp that says Library of You, or, you know, drawing in the book or on the spine or cracking the spine, stuff like that.
I personally will not be doing any of those things.
I know.
Personalizing a book is really difficult for me because I do believe that books will always come back to you. So, like, even if I lost all my books, tragically, right, they still exist. So I think the personalization of it isn't necessary. But, like, no, mass markets, those books are getting, the binding is getting all fucked up in that. And I don't care. Because, again, like, if I really liked it and I wanted a pristine condition, I can just go find another one.
Yeah.
But no, I don't do the library ofs.
Yeah. Kind of like how I said with the writing thing, like, maybe it's my favorite right now, but in 10, 15 years, or when I die, like, it's gonna, you know, it's always gonna be around, and, like, someone else will probably inevitably end up with my books.
Yeah.
Whether that's a week or 100 years from now, they're gonna be in someone else's possession, and I don't want my name in it necessarily. Like, once it's theirs, I don't want them to, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then again, it could be like one of those situations where they look at it and they wonder who this person is.
Yeah, they would probably just think I'm a dumbass, though. You know,
like, this bitch stamped a Tessa fucking Bailey book? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck is she into?
Exactly.
She loved this book that much?
She claimed it as her own.
I mean, it'd be cool if it was, like, passed down in the family. Like a book, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know in what context
like
I would
book.
want that. Yeah.
But even then, I don't know, because I think I have, I'm trying to remember, I think I used to have, like, a book of my mom's that, like, she, like, kind of signed it just to say it was hers, but, and you see that all the time, I feel like, at used bookstores.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a name, which I don't understand, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. No for me, dog.
Okay, next question. What is your favorite fictional place or setting?
Hogwarts.
Ooh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, I feel like it'd probably be the safest of the coolest, right? Because there's definitely cool worlds out there, but would I survive in them?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That was my initial thought, because initially I was like, Stormlight Archives,
Yeah.
I love that world, but then I was like, do I really want to live in that?
Yeah, like, do I actually want to live there?
Because most likely I would be a peasant getting absolutely destroyed.
Yes. Like, people all the time are like, oh my god, I want to be in, like, you know, Fourth Wing. Honey, no.
You wouldn't survive.
No. And, like, people are always like, Akatar, like, the city in that book.
Yeah.
I'm like, you would not be high fae.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be rich.
So you're just a normal person.
True.
If it's my body,
the whole point
in
of
the
a
world-
fantasy book is something terrible.
Yeah.
First of all, it's always terribleness and wars and terribleness.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah.
out of all of them I thought of, Hogwarts would be the best.
Agreed.
Because you could just be a student. And if the world went to shit, you could just go to the Muggle world.
Yeah, I feel like, listen, there's a backup plan here, and it's normal.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about dragons.
Yeah, I think Hogwarts was a good one.
I guess there's dragons.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, yeah?
Shit.
Shit.
Okay. Next question. What is a book you love but worry won't hold up to a reread?
I've expressed this before.
Yeah.
I mean, books I've read long ago.
Those are never as good as you remember.
That's what I'm saying. Like Dark Places, I haven't read that again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of my favorites. And I haven't read that since
That was a while ago.
2017. Like, that shit's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Almost. And I haven't read it again. So, like, will I like it again? I don't know. Dark Matter, I read that a long time ago. 2018.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I have read books that, like, I read in the past and really liked it. And then I was just like, oh, no, this is, like, a mid book.
Yes.
Like, compared to what I've read now. Because there's...
So I felt that way about literally every book ever. You know?
Mm-hmm.
In
Not
10
there's a
years from now,
specific
why like
book.
Fourth Wing?
Oh, yeah.
Unknown.
Man.
I think fantasy's a little different than a thriller, you know?
Yeah.
But because all those other ones I named are just thrillers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like I said with...
The thrillers are hard too because they're kind of built on the same kind of premise or like formula where you have story, twist.
Yeah, and when you know the twist, is it as good? Going back?
Was Verity?
Yeah. But that book is unique in the sense that there's not necessarily an answer,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
You can glean different answers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can kind of look at it different ways when you read it.
Mm-hmm.
Is because there is not an answer in that book.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always a different way to interpret it.
I don't know. The only book that I'm thinking that I've ever hesitated rereading is The Sparrow. But Bobby reread The Sparrow because she read it with us, and she had already read it, and she really liked it. And I feel like she's a tough critic. She's read so many books out there.
God, I know.
You know, so if it was good enough for her to spend her time rereading it and recommending, I feel like it is genuinely good. But that book was like life-altering for me at the time, dude. It was so good.
Yeah.
So I think I would hesitate a little reading that one again.
I agree. You know there's like a sequel?
Huh?
I'm pretty sure there's... I think there's more than one.
No, I didn't know that.
I think. I don't know. But that's a good one. I forgot about that book. Because I was thinking of books I read like so long ago.
Yeah, that one was just a few years ago for us. Like 5 or so. I think
Probably
we read it when we were
21.
in Florida. When I was in Florida, yeah.
When did you move back?
2021.
Okay. Next question.
Sorry. We were thinking there.
Yeah, we were. We were
No,
thinking
you're
on
good.
that one.
Where? Okay, this kind of calls back to something you said earlier. What book do you think should be required reading?
The
for
Book Thief.
High school, middle school, so forth.
I think The Book Thief. It was amazing. I think it gives a good just viewpoint into how like actual life was during that time too. I bet you're about to say like a Kristen Hanna or something.
I don't know anything. I read so much, but I don't think anything was like...
I mean, Romeo and Juliet. I think that's a good one. That was the biggest eye roll ever.
That book's hard to read. Or play.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You just read the modern English version.
Which is what I did. With that and the Scarlet Letter.
Oh, that one was hard too.
I never finished the Scarlet Letter, actually. That
It was
was one of the
hard.
ones I didn't finish.
I had to like literally buy a translated version to modern English because I was like, what the hell's going on?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that taught me is how to figure out a different way to read those things.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's necessary, but I mean, Great Gatsby was good. To Kill a Mockingbird was good. The Outsiders was good.
Those are all already required in most places.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, is that not the question?
No, what do you think should be your required reading?
Oh. That's not already.
Yeah.
All I was thinking of were already required ones. And if I thought that was necessary or not.
That's the next question. So.
Oh, look at me. Yeah, I think a Christian Hannah would slap.
Yeah.
Either the Nightingale. I don't know. Four Winds is pretty fucking good.
I don't know if they could handle the Nightingale. That's a little rough. Daisy?
She agreed. Here's a rough. Yeah. The Nightingale was rough.
I think it may be a little rough for like a high school crowd.
They be doing weird shit these days.
You're right.
The Four Winds was good. It was set in like the Depression era. So I think that was in like the Dust Bowl and all that. That one was hard to read. Like emotionally. That shit made me genuinely depressed. I had to put it down.
Yeah.
Read something else.
And then pick it back up. Yeah, that's rough.
Okay, since you kind of already touched on it, I'll also ask the next one. What book was on the required reading list that you think is not necessary?
Most of them. The Old Man and the Sea, Get Out of Town, Ernest Hemingway, fuck off. I hated that book.
I'm like trying to think of what I should have read.
Well, that was the other thing that I was thinking of, because these are the book tag questions, so I think this came from something. And in my head, I was like, Oklahoma's education is just so poor.
Yeah.
That I was trying to remember what was required reading, and it was not a lot.
No, it was like maybe 2 books a year, like depending on the grade that you were in.
Maybe.
My freshman English, we read, I swear to God, a book a month. I read so many books.
Did you take AP English? Because in our high school, that was for AP English. You had summer reading.
I would say I had summer reading.
For regular English, though, we didn't have any of that. In fact, my freshman year,
I don't know if
I think it was freshman year, we were supposed to read The Scarlet Letter. That was required. And our teacher said, this book sucked. We're not going to cover it. So that's our Oklahoma's education.
Was it a man?
No, it was a girl.
Interesting.
Interesting. We
That's
did Romeo and Juliet
interesting.
freshman year. I'm trying to think, like, 10th grade, did I have to read anything?
I'm getting my grades mixed up, but I mean, I read a fuck ton in high school. A fuck ton in my high school.
I did not either.
Holy shit.
The only one I distinctly remember because I liked it was The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, I liked Great Gatsby as well. But I also liked Romeo and Juliet. But I was also like a very girly girl. So, I don't know. I didn't read.
We read War of the Worlds. Pretty good. Yeah.
Wow.
Fahrenheit 451, The Old Man and the Sea, parts of the Odyssey, Romeo and Juliet. This is all one grade, I'm saying right now.
In freshman year, you read parts of the
To Kill a
Odyssey?
Mockingbird. Just parts.
To Kill a
That was like
Mockingbird,
in our
I read
English
in
book.
8th grade.
I do remember Kill a Mockingbird, and this is the problem too with like required reading, is because like now if I read it, I know I would enjoy it.
Yeah.
But in like high school, middle school, it was like a slog because the first half of the book doesn't really mean anything to me. It's just like this story you're following these kids around, and then the second part of the book is like
Where it actually matters.
yeah. And nowadays, that makes sense to me because it was building these characters in the setting. But middle school me was like, why does this matter?
Yeah, I do feel like required reading is lost on high schoolers in general.
My teacher did it, I think, in a great way because the black and white version of that movie, we watched like
We did too.
a few chapters and then a bit of the scene, like a bit of the movie.
I think
and then
we
would
watch
go back.
all of it and then
And so, like, we kind of got to, like, teeter-totter a bit. And then when we watched Romeo and Juliet, it was the Leonardo DiCaprio version. So
you were sat.
I was sat.
We would do plays in my freshman class and like we would each have parts.
So it must have been Shakespeare that was, like, 9th grade year.
I remember Shakespeare was freshman year because I remember Romeo and Juliet because I didn't like that. I don't like Shakespeare, which I know is a controversial thing to say, but I also just don't like reading plays.
I don't know.
But yeah, I remember Romeo and Juliet because the next year we read Macbeth in 10th grade. I remember that.
We also read Lord of the Flies that year.
I did not read that one.
Another book that I can't remember what it's called, but something Town.
Was it Animal Farm?
I read that too in that grade. Like, we read so much.
Yeah, you must have just been in like advanced, or your
I
teachers
must have.
just cared.
She was a awesome teacher. Her name was Miss Smith. She was great.
Yeah, she may have just cared.
She was awesome. But yeah, we read. It like baffles me to think how. I'm like, how did we
You were
read
in
all
a
that?
All
smaller
this stuff
school
is-
though,
I
weren't
went
you?
to a really small school. I
We went to
graduated with
big
100
schools.
people.
I wonder if that's the difference. We went to massive schools. So and the school probably bought you books.
Probably.
We could only read 2 a year. There's too many of us to fund.
Yeah.
I mean, most of our textbooks, if we were given them, they had to stay in the room.
Yeah.
So there was 30 of them. You couldn't, like, that was a
I could check
textbook.
mine out,
We
yeah.
couldn't take them. We couldn't leave the room. Like, they had to stay there. We could only afford enough for like a class,
Yeah.
and you couldn't.
I remember
there was
this-
probably a few you could check out, but
Yeah. This conversation kind of unlocked a memory. In 10th grade, I had an English teacher that we watched Criminal Minds pretty much the whole year because he was retiring.
my favorite.
And the only book we read was, I think it was called Ordinary People. And I loved that book. That book was really good. And that was the only book I remember reading in 10th grade.
I did a Holocaust Studies elective. It was like one of those AP history classes, I think my junior year. And all we did was watch movies, read newspapers, all about the Holocaust. Extremely depressing, but so interesting. Like the content that came out of that era, it was really cool. And I liked that teacher. Nobody else liked him, but he knew his shit, dude. He was an extremely intelligent guy.
Yeah.
But I just remembered that too. That was a fun class. Well, fun's loosely termed.
Loose.
Yeah.
Criminal Minds sounds cool.
Yeah.
It was when I was in 10th grade, but as an adult, I'm like,
Wow.
we paid that man to
Yeah.
show
We didn't pay him very much.
sophomore
Let's be honest.
kids Criminal Minds, and that was it. But he was great. He was really nice. Next question. What book hasn't left your mind since reading it?
I mean, so many.
I'm surprised you didn't scream out the favorites.
That one, we just talked about the Sparrow.
Yeah.
I obviously love Fourth Wing.
I don't know. I feel
The
like
Sparrow was a good one.
the Sparrow.
The Nightingale, I think about all the fucking
Nightingale,
time.
I think about all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. I genuinely still think about the Hunger Games a lot too. That's actually one
Yeah,
that
but is that because it's
maybe
still kind of a thing?
maybe.
I keep thinking you're farting.
No, it's my chair.
I'm like, oh.
I think
Especially
Every
with the new
Summer
one.
After is one that's really on my mind lately because the movie's coming out. But it's also like pre-summer vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably nothing we've covered is something that's
Yeah.
constantly on my mind. Those are just fun times most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
But
Dark Matter always sticks with Recursion. That one stuck with me too.
I
I often find myself thinking about The Way of Kings too. And I think it's just because I'm almost done with the Mistborn trilogy, finally. That it's like, okay, am I ready to get back into it?
Yeah.
And I am reading the Mistborn trilogy, so I always wonder, because I know they're all so connected, that honestly anything that happens, I'm like, I feel like I need to remember everything. And like trying to find like parallels and how they exist in his other books. But I think that one's always, I mean, that one was just so good. It took so long to get through, but it genuinely was so, so good. I think that's probably it for me, though.
Okay. You ready to get on to some hot takes?
Yes, always.
I think Harry Potter would have been a good answer as well.
That sticks with you?
I mean, yeah.
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 I mean, yeah.
It's just childhood.
For us.
And soon to be another generation.
Soon to be. Well, it's already another generation.
No, I meant like it'll be part of their childhood.
Maybe. They might have a different book.
Okay.
She's not a very popular person.
I know, but clearly popular enough for them to remake it and spend a lot of money on it.
With a lot of money.
Hot take.
I mean, I know.
Okay. So, all these are not really questions; they're more statements.
Okay.
And then a lot of these I pulled from Reddit,
The best.
either book r/books or whatever I was looking at specifically. So this first one I only bring up because we talked about it, not the last video we did, but like, you know, when we recorded last. When is a spoiler a spoiler?
Oh, God.
And this is the comment. I hate that it's been normalized when talking about a book. You can expose basically the whole plot as long as you don't give away the twist or the ending. Blurbs, reviews, recommendations are all guilty of this. And this is something that I kind of brought up when we were talking about reviews containing spoilers.
Yeah. That are like blocked or whatever. Because I said all those 5-star reviews were just like fucking synopses.
Yeah.
And it was annoying as shit.
Yeah. I think anything outside of the blurb can be like...
But honestly, some blurbs, I'm like, I wish you wouldn't have put that in there.
Yeah. I mean, I try to go in pretty much blind.
I prefer blindness.
Because if you tell me anything about a book, I'm going to spend the entire time looking for that thing. And then if it comes up and it should have been shocking or something that was like the last little nugget of detail that you needed to make a connection or something like that, I'm going to be pissed because they took that away from me.
I do think it's hard because, like you said, like, but I feel like we also live in a day and age where they're all like catchy, blah, 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 like word, word, word. So, like, you see a lot of posts of, like, a book and then all the tropes coming out of it. Which that's really fucking spoilery, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even just saying, like...
Friends to lovers.
Or enemies to lovers. Like, I think I've said this before, but reading Fourth Wing, spoiler for Fourth Wing, but... knowing it was an enemies to lovers, when I met the first guy, I thought she was going to be with him until I was like, well, this is obviously not her enemy.
We kind of already have like a negative connotation of this guy because we know that that's not the guy.
But I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
You know? So,
it's kind of to the eye of the beholder. And I think that's why go in with caution when like watching anything about a review or reading reviews. I think we just need to go in with caution. And also, when you're talking about a book, I always, like, try to read the room.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much I can say.
I don't like saying a lot.
Me neither.
Luckily, I have, you know, we all have people that they just be like, hey, read this. And you're like, bet.
Yeah, like the book you just finished that you were like, you'd like it. Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, okay.
So I think anything can be a spoiler.
Genuinely any word.
But I don't think that we can get as mad as some people get about spoilers. Like, you're the one that looked it up, right?
Yeah.
You were reading the reviews. If you got spoiled, that's on you.
But I do think in reviews, like we've said, like they need to be hidden, which they are most of the time.
Fable is, yeah.
Goodreads too.
Oh, it does?
You can.
Okay.
I think we need... I still go back to the thing that I think we need to rethink what a review is and a discussion is. I think they should be separate tabs.
But I also think
For sure.
a spoiler, what consists of a spoiler? For me, it's literally any word ever. But for my brother, he doesn't think anything's a fucking spoiler. You know? So it's kind of like what she said. It's like person to person. Or like some people think trigger warnings are a spoiler. I think they're a spoiler.
I disagree with that. That's
Exactly.
where I disagree with what is maybe... But also, I don't read darker things. Like, if I know that a book has, like, a darker subject matter, I'm probably just not going to read it. Like, what's that one really popular book from a few years ago? Ninth House, I think it's... Like, I know that book is dark as fuck. I'm not going to read it. Like, I don't care how many people tell me it's great. I know it's not going to be for me.
It's mid.
Well, also other people. Because I think I was working at Barnes when that became, like, a thing.
Yeah,
and
it still is kind of a big thing.
A lot of people were saying that, like, this is so good, you should read it, you should read it. No. I know that I
Like
won't.
A Little Life?
I will never fucking sit down and read A Little Life. If you see me reading check on me. Check on me.
Literally, I would
Like, check on me.
405 your ass, like,
Yeah.
involuntary hold you.
Yes.
I would just take you to the hospital.
If you see me reading that book, like, something's wrong.
The amount
Bitch is having a break.
the amount of hot takes I saw that were the Little Life is not that good of a book or is like not a good book or something along those lines.
People call it torture porn.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, sometimes a bitch just wants to cry, and that'll do it.
Listen, I cry easily enough with anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to search for it. I could cry right now on command.
Oh my god. On command.
So like I don't need
Babe,
to
that
do
light's
that.
not on.
What light?
The ring light.
Oh.
I'm gonna look sad and dark.
No, you still look nice and glowing.
Don't turn it on now because it'll be really annoying to try to fix.
Yeah.
You did me dirty, dude.
Nah. I'll just make you green.
Good.
To match the sicky vibes.
Hey. Don't come at me, I got a cold.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait. Anything and everything's a spoiler.
Yeah.
For me, personally. Don't tell me a thing.
Yeah, recommend a book, but you don't have to tell me why.
Tell me nothing.
Tell me nothing.
You can say it's a romance or it's a thriller. That's about what.
Yeah.
Okay. This next one. Twists are overdone. And this is the comment.
I think we've...
My hot take is this. When it comes to twists, I think they're overdone. I think people love them because it gives them that sweet, sweet hit of dopamine that we're all have come to expect from all types of media. Books take some work. Story been going on for a while. You've got to think about things or slow down or, chew your food. Worry not. There'll be a twist. Look, an occasional twist is okay, but I don't think a book needs to zip, zap, zow me at the end
Zip,
while
zip, zoo.
something I never saw coming, or with something I never saw coming. I want the story to unfold, is that comment. I do think twists have become like kind of a big thing at the end of every book.
But like, what's the climax if there's not a twist?
Yeah.
A climax. Like a twist is like changing the concept of like...
I think the definition of a twist is...
It's very much thriller related.
Correct.
We didn't talk about this in the last episode we recorded, but the twist in the last book that we covered, I actually, like, when it was brought to her attention... That's what surprised me.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
When she unwrapped the present and gave that person a call, and then they were like, no, you need to talk to this person about what happened. That shocked me that it happened in that moment because I felt like everything was going so well. Well, actually, when we got to the part where everything was going so well in that book, I was sussed because we were 70% of the way through. And I'm like, oh. Third act breakups, those are overdone. Which I think is the romance parallel of a thriller twist. Yes?
Yeah.
I think those are overdone.
But I will say what you just want them to just then be good.
No, see, because conflict has to happen because then there has to be... But I feel like in the
resolution.
last book, conflict was the entire... Like, that was the conflict. The resolution was them being there, right? So did we need another conflict? We already knew.
A twist implies like that what you thought isn't true. That's like a twist. So like
like the favorite friend is actually the bad guy type stuff.
Yeah. So like always having that at the end of a book is what they're kind of getting at. It's like, oh, what you thought is not true. This is actually what happened.
Just let me enjoy the story. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
I love a twist.
I know you're a thriller girly.
Exactly. I want one every chapter.
Keep
I want to be
throwing them at me.
zigzag-zowed. Or whatever that man said. I want to be thrown around like a pancake while I'm reading that book. I don't want to know what way's up. I love being fucking confused. I love when I'm reading a book and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think that's part of like what keeps you reading, right?
Yes.
Like you're like, I want, like if you were having a grand old time and nothing was happening, like why are you still reading? Like, yeah, I don't think I agree with that hot take. I think I understand where they're coming from with that.
I think they could pick at different books.
Yeah. What are you reading? Are you reading the same genre where like?
Are you reading a
twist-
fucking thriller, fam?
And you're thinking the twist is annoying? Oh.
I do think that is like book related because like a lot of like normal lit fiction that I've read don't really have twists.
I mean, I don't know. I've read some recently that do. And not, like I said, it's hard to... No, I'm going to say that was a twist.
It's hard to
On that
define a
one.
twist.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
too. I think some lit fics do.
That's a good hot take, and I understand it, but I think I will stand with I disagree with it.
Okay.
Samesies.
Next one. Most authors write terrible sex scenes.
We've done that before, I feel like.
You have?
I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not in this specific format. Start
I mean, we
over,
can
please.
skip it.
No,
Okay.
keep going.
Most authors write terrible sex scenes. The comment is, there are a small number of authors who can write good sex scenes and an ungodly number of authors who can write terrible sex scenes. If you can't write a good sex scene, pro tip, you don't need it.
Yes, that is true. There are some authors who can't write a good sex scene.
I don't think it's the majority.
I don't think it's the majority, or maybe we're just lucky. I think that there is, like, if you don't know. Yeah.
That's a man.
Oh, yeah. Did you put a username down per chance?
They don't put their fucking names.
It's anonymous. So
Oh, it's
who knows?
Reddit. Yeah.
I will say, in a lot of fantasy from guys, I've read some pretty bad sex scenes.
I have not read a sex scene written. Oh, wait.
Mine have always been closed
The
door.
only sex scene I can even think of right now written by a man. Do you know what I'm going for?
I'm going to assume Game of Thrones.
No. And I wouldn't. No. I forgot about that. But my brain went to Stephen King.
That was probably meant to be pretty heinous anyways.
It was so heinous. It scarred me.
It's one of those authors that I won't read because that makes sense.
Yeah, that one was rough.
He's got some crazy shit that I've read too.
I was like, is this what men think?
But
No, that's fucking.
I will say a lot of those probably aren't meant to be,
What?
enjoyable.
Correct. Not supposed to be a fun time.
Yeah, but I think some of the authors that maybe we see that are uncomfortable writing sex scenes just make it very suggestive and then closed door. Like, I feel like Abby Jimenez is typically a closed door. Like, she can get suggestive, but it's not the actual act.
I think there are certain words chosen that I'm not a huge fan of, but I don't think the majority are heinous.
Yeah, and are we reading our grandma's romance books, or are we reading contemporary romance that's published in the last 10, 15 years? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or are you reading fantasy?
Written by a man.
Or Stephen King?
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions on that one,
Yeah, I would need some further clarifications.
but I think in general I might disagree.
I think I do too.
Okay. This is the last hot take in the hot take section.
Okay.
And I think we've touched on this before, so we don't have to go too deep if you guys don't want to. Not all YA novels need an underlying love plotline.
Correct. Yeah, I think when you're a YA, if you're a true like young adult, high schooler, whatever, and you're reading a YA, if you're not in a space where you're like romantically interested yet, I think that should be okay, and you should be able to read content that doesn't make you feel like you should be romantically interested. Mm-hmm. I have vocalized that I think YA is a safe space, and that maybe we shouldn't put minors in specific situations in our YA books, because not every minor is going to be in that specific situation, and I don't think we should add any external stress to it. So that is my take.
So this is something I've kind of thought about, because it isn't, YA is a marketing thing. It's not a real thing. But another thing that I've thought of is, if you ask adults what it was back like as a teenager, they always like make it nostalgia for the like relationships and like love and all that. So I think the problem is not that YA is like, or like it's propagated with love plot lines, because it's written by adults thinking back to when they were a teenager and being like, that's all I thought about. Not necessarily that, filled the space that you were talking about. If that makes sense.
I think.
I agree in this that it YA doesn't, not always. I don't believe any book. Hang on. Obviously, not all books need a love plotline to be good.
Yeah.
That's not a necessity.
Yeah.
But I couldn't name you a single fucking one that doesn't have it.
For YA?
Couldn't name you a single book.
Yeah. I could name you middle grade, but I could not.
I don't even think I could do that.
I could.
What?
What is that? Well, nope.
Yep.
I know. I'm now thinking like...
You can't name me one. I don't necessarily disagree with this person, but I don't also think I have an example of one.
Good point. I can't think of one either.
Because I do think, like you said, like maybe there are, which I do think Alice Oseman, I haven't really read from her, but I know she writes some books about like asexuality and like stuff like that. I haven't read them personally, but I know they're out there. But I do feel like in general, like Joe said, like as a teen or a young adult, that's fucking all that's on your mind. Most of them. Mm-hmm. That's just when our hormones are crazy and like, that's all we're thinking about. Mm-hmm. So I think that, like you said, that's probably why they're everywhere, because for most of us, that's all that was on the noggin at 16.
Mm-hmm. There's this one book that I read in high school, and I love the book, but I cannot remember the name of it, and I've never been able to find it based on the descriptions, and I also think I'm conflating two books into one book.
Dang.
But
memories, man, they're mean.
Yeah.
But I don't remember romance being in that. But it was like a kid that was in like foster care, or like a troubled teen, and he gets taken to some old man's house, and it's basically him trying to like be a good person. I don't remember romance in that, but I could be wrong because I barely remember.
I was like, that's a vague ass synopsis.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Great Expectations, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Pip. I also read that my freshman year.
I was about to say, I was like, what year did you read that? Because I did not read that.
Yeah, I read Charles Dickens, Ernest Hemingway. Like, this motherfucker cultured us.
Yeah.
Let's go, Miss Smith. She's probably not alive. I don't know. She was pretty old.
Was she?
She's pretty old.
Damn.
I don't know. She might be.
Shout out Miss Smith.
Yep.
Are you ready to get on to some controversial romance questions?
Wait, were we done with that, you think?
Are you done?
Hot takes, yeah.
Okay.
You can keep talking.
I just can't think of an example. If you can think of one, please,
yeah.
God, tell me. That doesn't have a romance, but probably some of those Alice Osemans I said, but I can't. I didn't read them, so I don't know. But I can't think of a single...
Yeah.
I can't even think of a fucking, like... I feel like it's in everything.
It's not absolutely everything, but...
I mean, no, not absolutely, but...
Every book I've been reading lately.
Like, even thrillers, I'm like, oh, they were in this relationship. Like...
I mean, that is a thing of humans, though, is like, we're a social animal. We're all in some type of relationship, and the absence of a relationship is also a thing that we talk about.
Yeah.
So, okay. Controversial romance questions. All these questions are going to be either like you have to choose something or, just something in the romance genre.
Oh.
Okay. First one. Would you rather have a slow burn but a good relationship, or have it hot and heavy very quickly but not very realistic?
Oh.
Me personally or reading?
Reading.
Depends on the mood I'm in. If you catch my drift.
That... Actually, I'm remembering a few weeks ago when you Marco followed me. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Depends on what mood I'm in.
Yeah. I don't know, man. For a slow burn to like... It would have to be really good, right?
Like hardcore yearning.
Like
The best giggly time.
Best giggly time, good writing, good sub characters. Like everything else needs to
And
be
plot,
so
fire.
on point for a slow burn to hit. But unrealistic hot and heavy also pisses me the frick off sometimes. So I guess I would have to pick the slow burn.
I think in general I would prefer the slow burn, but you love a shitty hot and heavy every once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general,
But there's
probably
like
the slow burn.
specific authors that we look for shitty hot and heavies. You know what I mean? Like
Got our pile.
we know what we're looking for when we pick those up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one you have to choose between. You can only choose one of these genres to read for the rest of your life.
Oh my god.
You're a bitch.
Romantasy or contemporary romance?
Oh, romantasy.
Probably.
Yeah.
You get both.
There's
2 in
enough
1.
variety in romantasy.
2
There's
in 1.
only so much you can do in real world romance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I will say, because you know how we put some romantasy in now?
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm enjoying
Same.
just a romance
yeah,
again.
I'm not like last year we had to take a break for like my summer season. This year we're like structuring it a little bit better to where you guys aren't going to have that break in time like we will, because we will have a break. But I'm not. Last year I felt like I kind of needed that. By the time that it came round, I was like, okay,
to stop.
cool. But no, since we've started sprinkling in, having a little bit more fun with our fun episodes too, like, yeah, adding romantasy is like necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying.
Okay. So I was trying to look for a comparison between a couple of series. And I chose this one just because they're both very big, but I don't know if they will necessarily hit as hard. You have to choose one series.
Oh no.
ACOTAR or Fourth Wing.
Fourth Wing.
I figured that's what you would say, but...
Fourth Wing, probably. I haven't finished either one.
Oh my God, you're right.
Like,
And I think there is a problem in the fact that, because a lot of people compare and they get grumpy, but like, Fourth Wing is, I guess ACOTAR isn't done either.
but like,
I was going to say some shit, but
I haven't read what
is out of either.
So what am I the most excited about? Probably still Fourth Wing.
I was going to say, aren't you in the middle of Onyx Storm? Okay.
Yeah. And wanting to read. I haven't wanted to pick up the 5th ACOTAR. You know, like that one's like, I'm going to.
It's also huge.
It's massive.
You should listen to it. That's what I did. The graphic audio. It's the only way I could do it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So right
I
now.
just don't love ACOTAR like everyone else.
I knew that was your opinion, so I knew you would choose Fourth Wing, but they're just such big series. It's hard to
find another
It's hard
parallel.
to do a comparison. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They probably are the 2 biggest series right now.
Especially with ACOTAR releasing again.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Single POV, dual POV, or multiple POVs?
Multiple.
I love as many people as I can get.
Yep.
Obviously, there's a cap, but
I want to know how the fuck are all these people related to this storyline? Like, that's how many people I want thrown in there. Like, who are you to this? Why are you here? This seems like a totally different book.
and I love how they all converge.
I love it when they converge. Yep.
Okay. What's the next one? Is book talk good or bad for books?
For books?
Or reading? Or
My first instinct was to say bad because I think we're regurgitating all the same books out. And we're just putting them in different, like, the same, let's say, 100 books are probably being pushed out by thousands of content creators in different varieties. When there are still, like, these smaller books that are getting published out that we probably should be pushing a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So I think for specific books, really freaking great. Mm-hmm. For, like, maybe a new author, maybe not.
I don't know, though, because, like, I'll see, sometimes I'm just randomly scrolling and I'll see a book I've never heard of because the author is on TikTok pushing their stuff.
So, in that aspect, yeah, they can get
Actually,
a bigger reach.
which I don't know if this is weird, but on our TikTok, an author commented on one of our things and was like, check out my book. It's on Kindle Unlimited. And so I downloaded it.
Fun. That's a great way to get your book out, too.
Yeah.
Is like comment on people's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, check out my book. And so I downloaded it. Haven't read it yet, but it's on my Kindle. But I think for the book industry and the book sellers and publishers,
Great.
phenomenal.
It's probably doing amazing.
For my wallet, bad. For consumerism, bad. It depends on whose point of view we're doing here.
Yeah, I think you're so right. I think probably marketing strategy now is to like
TikTok.
There's like sending out free books to high like
Yep.
volume content creators.
Yep.
They're throwing their books out there, and we don't know the integrity of these content creators. Obviously, we want to freaking hope for the best and be human, and that they're only going to push what they believe in. But we don't freaking know that, you know. But for consumerism.
This next
my
one.
wallet.
This next one, I don't know the exact term for this, so you might correct me. But should books have so many re-releases with special
God.
editions?
No.
With like special chapters, sprayed edges.
No,
and
it
all
pisses
that.
me
No,
off.
it pisses me off. It pisses me off. Bonus chapters that are only exclusive to one specific bookseller. That's like the worst thing.
And don't even get me started on this Audible only audiobook bullshit.
And there's a lot of that happening right
A
now.
lot.
There's so much of it.
I don't have an Audible, and I refuse to get one. And there are so many books I want to listen to that are only on that. The Deal, all of them.
Wow. There's a lot too.
Project Hail Mary,
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Dungeon Crawler Carl. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, I have.
I really want to listen to it because I heard it's a phenomenal audiobook. It's only on Audible. Obviously, I can physically read it, but not listen. And that's my preferred method.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I think it's fun when like the first release is like a special edition, like the sprayed edges and everything. But I think like
It's just more consumerism.
3 months later releasing another special edition, and then another 3 months after that you're releasing another, like that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I hate it.
Yeah.
As somebody
I
that
will.
owns.
I know. I'm looking at them. But
A lot of yours you've been gifted. You've
Not
been
the fourth wing
gifted.
sets.
Oh, I thought you had
Not
been
my-
gifted both of
those
them.
two I've been gifted.
Yeah.
But not those fourth wings.
For me, it's I understand like maybe one special edition or like an anniversary edition.
Yeah.
But yeah, the every like 3 months like new edition with there's different cover or whatever. That's really annoying.
Yeah, and honestly, like Tessa Bailey's been really bad about it lately. She has like different cover arts for different stores. There's like
A lot of people have been doing that now. Like,
Yeah.
different cover arts for different stores is annoying.
different chapters.
I mean, Carly Fortune's was the same way.
Yeah.
There's a Target version. There's usually a Barnes & Noble version, a Walmart version. I mean, BK Borson did it too. And now back to you. The Walmart
Yeah.
version's purple.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like, a lot of people are doing it, and it's fucking annoying. I mean, Mate and I think it was Mate and probably Bride. They were all different depending on the store you got it from.
yeah, the color
The
is
bonus
different.
content is different. The art's different depending on what store you got it from.
Yeah,
I hate it. Sucks
it does.
because
I
why
feel like
can't we
there's
all-
in been a few times that you and I have paid attention to where the other one gets the book, and we don't get it from the same place.
I will usually, at least with like, Bride and May, I knew were going to be different. And Allie's good about posting like what exactly is going to be in each different version. And most people are good about that. So I'm able to like decide which one I like and where I want to get it. I mean, I've even seen people do like an Amazon one. Like, it's annoying.
Yeah,
But those usually are just like the decorative outside, not necessarily the like inside,
Content.
the content. But I know Callie Hart, I don't know if she still does, but later on, so she writes Quicksilver, and she released a few like bonus chapters or some of the males POV chapter, POV stuff, but she has it like all free on her website. Like you can go get it, but it's on her website for free, which I like that.
Yeah, I've done that before, gotten bonus chapters from like subscribing to their email service or something like that, which I don't mind doing. So that I think is fine, but accessible. You're not purchasing an entire new entity of the same thing.
Well, I mean, there's like a couple ACOTAR bonus chapters that you've probably never even seen.
No.
There's an Azrael POV like bonus chapter from I think like some sort of special, it's either ACOWAR edition. I don't know.
Wow.
I was able to find it somewhere. But
if
it's
it
annoying.
wasn't, if
You
it
have to
didn't,
fucking hunt that shit down.
if it didn't make it to the original, like
Unnecessary.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
matter.
The ones for ACOTAR are insane because it's like, it's kind of like important,
Oh wait, really?
in my opinion. I mean, we'll see
Yeah.
because the story's not wrapped up, but there's like a specific thing I'm thinking of that I'm like, that's crazy you didn't put that in the book. You put that in some random ass bonus chapter that no one can get now. Unless they like find it probably illegally on the internet.
Yeah. We're also seeing a lot of resell too. So like someone's purchasing these things and then they're selling it on Pango for like $300 fucking dollars, and people are buying it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Annoyed. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. I think that's the most we've talked about a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another choice. A single bed trope, but nothing happens. Or enemies to lovers, only based on miscommunication.
Oh, my
shit.
God. We're pissed. We're pissed. Probably single bed.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
When you said that though, we both went, yeah, probably single bed, because what do you mean miscommunication? That's the worst thing.
That was an amalgamation of a couple like hot takes of people really don't like enemies to lovers because they all were saying that it's just miscommunication tropes.
I can't prove you wrong, so
I know. I'm like,
shoulder shrug, I guess.
I think sometimes it's not always miscommunication between those two, though.
Yeah, like they have been miscommunicated with.
Yeah.
And so
like
their
someone
opinions
has told
of each
them
other.
false information.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily them, like, being a hoe.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a kind of general comment that I saw in a couple like hot takes related to romance books. Fated mates are lazy plot tropes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only read Fated Mates like a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I need to read it more, I think, to get a better grip on it.
Yeah.
But
because I've had a couple like fated mates, meaning that like something happened that made it to where they were mates, but they still actually had like depth to them. It wasn't just oh, you're my mate, sounds good, let's go, so I think I would have to read that a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay.
I think if it's like that, yeah, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's annoying. But
Okay. This is the last one. What's the difference between a good romance and a great romance?
the man.
Yeah, the man.
The man.
How realistic but good the man is. Yeah. I think also that just like the depth of the characters, like if you're actually getting to know them, or if it's just a romance and they just end up together and it's
And
the
I
sex
think
is great, but that's it.
Can't think of the word I'm thinking of right now. My brain wants to say reliability, but that's not right. Where you're like connecting with somebody. What's that?
Relatability.
Boom.
Yeah.
That. The relatability of the characters and the
Yeah.
decisions they make. and that. Probably relatability, which is obviously individualized to the person,
Yeah.
which obviously all books are. But I think that the relatability, especially of like decisions made of the people, because like we were talking about the previous book we covered, I thought she was an idiot, but some people might be like, yeah, that's totally normal
Yeah.
behavior. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
The man, and then the relatability, I think.
Yeah. I second that.
Okay. That was all my questions.
Good job, Joe. Those were great.
Thank you. Think about.
Okay, we planned out our schedule. Do you remember what we're going to do next? She's like, how?
Oh, wait, do I?
I don't know.
Is it the Abby?
Nope.
Oh. In light of current pop culture, I guess, I don't know, but like just what everybody is buzzing about and what I have had a sneak peek into the hype about is obviously the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. Is that her name? Elle Kennedy. We're going to read the first book and talk about that on our next episode of the podcast. Bailey's really excited. She's actually forcing me to watch. It won't be much of a forcing anymore. We watched the first episode before filming this, and I get it. Okay, guys, I get it.
I've been sending her like daily,
She said
like-
second day of trying to convince you to watch.
like Instagram reels of Garrett Graham.
And then she sent me one, I think, yesterday, and it was like, have you started it yet? And I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, bruh, you know I have not started
I have
it.
no chill.
So she's like, so we're going to watch an episode.
So we're gonna cover the books next.
Yeah, it's going to be
time.
exciting. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for watching, subscribing, and following us on Instagram and TikTok at Our Book Boyfriends Podcast. Bye.
Bye.